Greetings, beloved light warriors. It's Saratoga, and this is your weekly focus card reading for the week beginning February 22nd through February 28th, 2021. And if you're new to my channel, you should know that I do this every Sunday so that we can reset our focus and our energy for the coming week ahead. And then I do my on-camera videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, oh, this is such a beautiful card. I love this card, you guys. So the card says, Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. A very simple message, but extremely important right now. And what this really brings to mind for me in looking at this card is the fact that the world is getting more and more and more chaotic, more confusing, more overwhelming. There is a lot of negative emotional energy flying around everywhere, really. And many of us who are light workers, light warriors, starseeds are very sensitive to energy. So I think what this card is really suggesting to us is that we need to take a step back. We need to take a step back and we need to be mindful of our own personal condition. We can't always be making ourselves available to feeling everything that's going on in the world, being affected by all of this negative, confusing, divisive energy. We really have to be very, very mindful of keeping our center and keeping our strength and our clarity as the cosmic beings that we are. So there's so many ways to look at this. Let's start with looking at the image on the card with the beautiful doors. And you'll notice that these doors are surrounded by nature. So the doors could represent a couple of things. The doorway could represent the ultimate doorway for personal healing and happiness, which is to be found in your heart, but it could also represent the door that you yourself ascertain is the door you need to walk through on whatever level. Maybe it's an emotional level, a physical level, a mental level, whatever door it is that you know you need to walk through to begin to come back into a state of happiness and to heal your being. Now, I know we don't usually think about healing related to ascension as being the same, but actually, healing is a part of your ascension process, because healing is about the restoration of your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, your emotions, about the restoration of that entire system of energy that is really who you are as a manifesting being on this earth. Restoring that system back to an optimal state of manifestation and of existence. That's what healing really is, and that's also what the ascension process is like. So the message that I'm getting for this week is we need to pull our consciousness and energy back from the outer world and bring it back to the ultimate doorway within our hearts, because that's what's going to center us. That is what is going to give us access to the wisdom that we need to know what we need to do next. What is the doorway? What other doorways are there in your life that you know you need to walk through in order to heal? Maybe it means walking through a doorway of leaving something behind, or maybe, like leaving through a doorway, or it might mean entering a new doorway, something you know you need to do in order to heal. So I highly encourage you to ask yourself, what new doorway can I walk through, or what doorway do I need to leave through in my life in order to begin to heal and restore my natural state of happiness? Okay. So I think that's a really beautiful idea that we can all look at for this coming week. And again, I want to bring your attention to the nature surrounding this door, because that really stands out for me. And I think it means that when looking for healing and happiness, we need to come back to our natural state. We need to be in tune with nature itself. And we also need to remember that the universe within which we wish to ascend and evolve into at a much, much higher cosmic level is also a part of nature. All of this artificial stuff on our planet right now has nothing to do with our ascension. Absolutely nothing to do with it. Nature is the generator of our evolution. It is the generator of our ascension process. And I don't just mean nature on this earth, I mean all of nature, nature that comprises the entire universe. And you'll also notice this card really depicts a sense of beauty, of natural beauty, because you see as you go through that doorway, you see the beautiful rainbow and the water and the lotus flowers and the dove, and there's another bird in the distance. It just, the whole image just evokes memories of incredible beauty, beauty that we may have forgotten about because we're so distracted right now with all of the craziness happening in the world. But beauty is the essence of nature itself, and it's also the essence of who we are as human beings. So it's also a matter, finding your natural state is also going to restore your natural sense of beauty. Beauty is, as I like to define it, and as Telstar, the beings that I channel, like to define it, beauty is love in form. Love manifesting as form will always manifest as beauty. So that's a wonderful way to look at beauty, I think. Okay, so I want to go a little deeper into this, and let's take a moment to consider the doorway of the heart. One of the mistakes I think we tend to make when we think about things like ascension, we tend to think of ascension as something happening outside of us, like we're going to go somewhere outside of ourselves. But when we look outside of ourselves, we don't really see any place that we can think of to go, right? That's because it doesn't make sense that ascension would be happening on the outside. It actually originates within you. So this doorway could also represent the gateway, the portal of your divine, beautiful heart. I can't emphasize this enough, you guys. Your heart is the door. It is the door to the higher realms that you are seeking. It is the door to wisdom, to knowledge, to power, to truth. And that's what you see when you look at this image. You see what is on the other side of that door. What are you going to encounter when you truly enter the domain of your heart? This is what you're going to encounter. You're going to encounter peace, beauty, healing, happiness, joy, truth, reality. Now, I want to mention something else. Why would things be such that you would need to go within your heart to find that profound sense of beauty and happiness? Why wouldn't it be just something that could be shown to us outside of ourselves? Well, why not? Here's why, you guys. Because this physical world, what so many refer to as the third dimension, the nature of this world, there's nothing here that can accurately depict the incredible, magnificent beauty of the truth of what it is we are all really seeking. Certainly our language cannot depict it. There is no way at all whatsoever that any earth-based language can possibly depict or describe the profound truth of the reality of who we really are and what we really are and where we really are in our natural state. So you have to come into that knowledge, that knowing firsthand. You have to enter that space yourself and touch it yourself and feel it and see it and know it yourself. And the only way you can do that, the only place to go that will allow you to do that is the gateway, the portal of your heart. Your heart is a portal to the entire universe. You don't need a spaceship, okay? You don't. What you need is your divine heart. So Going into that inner realm, that beautiful inner space of wisdom and enlightenment, brings about healing, restoration, and an absolutely natural state of happiness. So if we put all of this together, it's a very simple message. And but I think there's I would say there's a bit of an urgency to this message, in the sense that don't let yourself get too far away from your inner wisdom. Don't allow yourself to get too far away from that truth, because the farther away you get, the more distracted you are by all of the craziness happening on this planet. The more stressed out you're going to feel, the more anxious you're going to feel, the more confused you're going to feel, and it's going to become more and more difficult to come back to yourself and find that inner serenity, that inner place of beauty and light and love. And you may actually, if you push it too far, you may actually find, like, I don't even know if that's in me anymore. Well, it is in you. It will always be in you. No one can take that away from you. But the only way to navigate through and to weather this insane world that we are in right now is to always remember that you yourself are kind of like your own Noah's Ark, right? Your own Noah's Ark of peace, your own oasis of beauty and love and truth. You hold that within you. You carry that within you at all times. So I encourage you to explore. Look at this image and imagine yourself looking through those doors at the beautiful realm beyond those doors, and say, you know what? This is a much, much better place for me to go. I want to explore this space within. I want to discover the messages and the magic and the beauty that my heart is waiting to show me. And doesn't that just feel so much better, even just thinking about it? So that's the first message about this beautiful open doorway, this open gateway. And also, guys, look at how inviting that looks. That image is so inviting. Doesn't it just beckon you to come within these doors? This is where your refuge is. This is where your sacred temple is of truth and light and love, and you can rest here. You can be in peace here. You can find the relief that you need. You can heal. You can experience the happiness that you seek, and the peace and the love and the beauty. Okay, so this is a really lovely, lovely message for us this week. It's a very gentle message. I think it's a message of healing that is so needed right now. We always need to be reminded in a traumatic situation like what this planet is going through right now, what everyone on this planet is going through, so much trauma. We need to be reminded that, hey, we need to take the time to heal. And the power of what is within your heart is the most powerful healing force there is. That light within you is the most powerful force of healing there is. So that's all I'm going to say about the heart and the doorway and the gateway of the heart. I just want to remind you one more time. Also, if you want to, you can ask yourself if there's a doorway in your life that you need to exit through, or a doorway in your life that's somewhere you need to come into on either a physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual level, that is going to serve to bring healing to you and to bring happiness back into your experience. Okay, and that's where I am suggesting that you guys focus this coming week. We all need to focus on that this coming week, because we need a break, we need healing, we need restoration, we just need some peace, right? So I think that's pretty much it for this message. I hope you've enjoyed it. Just remember, there is incredible beauty. There is so much beauty in this universe. There's so much beauty in the natural world of this planet. And this is what we need to be absorbed with. We need to be absorbed by the beauty, by the love, by the peace, by everything that is who we really are. Okay, so I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope you have one of the best weeks you've had in a very long time. Wouldn't that be awesome? I highly suggest that you give that gift to yourself. And with that, I'm sending you all so much love, and I very much look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Namaste.